Hi guys, Aaron Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Okay, so just with anything else in life, change happens. So there's going to be a little bit of a change this week. I'm going back to having 7 cards per spread. But if you're coming from TikTok, I'm only putting half the spread up there, hoping to get more traffic over to YouTube, because this is actually where I want to work from. For anybody that's just watching from Facebook or YouTube directly, nothing changes. Just a reminder that I do go live every Sunday night at 7 p.m. But starting next week, I'm just going to be going randomly live on TikTok to hopefully bring in more people, because there's so much I want to do with these channels. More than just doing the free psychic readings, I want to do the magic, I want to do guided meditation. There's so much there, but just got to do one thing at a time. So, having said all of that, this week's choices are sunrise or sunset, whichever way you look at it. They kind of look the same anyway. Midday or midnight. So it's kind of like morning, midday, night. Alright, so I'm going to put up the timestamps now for the beginning of each spread. If you are coming from TikTok, your timestamps should be on TikTok are going to be halfway between each spread, because you get half on TikTok, the full video here. Other than that, guys, I know it has been a horrific couple of weeks. There's been a lot of left, right, and center. The energy is been pretty sucky for a lot of people. There is a change coming, so don't just hang in there. Right now, there's a lot of big bangs going on left, right, and center. But these, it's all for the best. Whatever's going on around you, these big bad turmoils, think of it like the universe giving you a kick up the ass, because there's something better for you just around the corner. So have faith, open your heart to the universe, and let's get into it. Hi guys, Aaron Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so if you chose sunrise, sunset, this is your reading. Okay, now your overall card here is the autumn leaf card. So it is talking about an ending, something coming to an end, but you've got to remember that every ending is a beginning of something new. One door closes, another one opens. And on this card, you can see it's like the autumn leaves are falling off the tree, but there's this brand new book in the center of the card, and it's empty. It's ready for you to write down where you want to go and what you want to do. So again, the energy has been really funky for the last couple of weeks. So if you're being forced into change, or something around you is changing and it feels like your world is falling apart, you need to really have that focus. Yes, you can spiral and be down and upset and angry and go through all those negative emotions, but who really wants that? So my advice here is to focus on what you need to do next, what the benefits are. It really is at the moment that saying that every cloud has a silver lining. Okay, the next card over is actually the separation card. So again, separation and ending, separating, moving away from each other. It could be the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage, the end of a job situation. But I feel like, again, all of this is good, even though it doesn't feel good and you're going through turmoil and bad shit's happening left, right, and center. Overall, it is actually a good thing, okay? Because sometimes being in a relationship, if you're in the relationship with the wrong person and for whatever reason can't bring yourself to break up with them, they break up with you, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. So I feel like that this is the energy that's going around at the moment. Now, your next card over is the baby card, and it's upside down. So look, I am saying that there is a new beginning there for you. It is coming there, but you need focus. So this baby card being upside down is actually saying don't start anything new. Don't just jump from one relationship into another, or, you know, oh, well, you know, you're having a bad time at work, screw you, I quit, and walk out. And it's saying there is a lot going around, a lot of energy going around at the moment. You need to process it in a healthy way before you start moving forward. So it really is look before you leap right now. Do your research, make sure you're making the right changes, not based off emotion or because something's happened. Don't just go with the flow. You need to control your life and take it where you need to go. Okay, so the next card is the pregnancy card. Okay, and this is actually, look, there is a new beginning there. There is something great coming for you. It's just, it's going to take a little time. It's not an immediate thing. It's not like you break up with somebody in a relationship and then suddenly find your ideal soulmate. It's not going to happen bang like that straight away, but that soulmate is just around the corner. But I feel like that there's some lessons that need to be learned first before you can move into that. Okay, now the next card, if you're coming from TikTok, this is where the video is going to continue from TikTok, but the next card is the communication card, and it's upside down. So I feel like that the best thing you can do right now is just go your separate ways, and communicate as less as possible. No angry rants, no vicious paybacks, none of that. Look, we've all been in situations where it's like, well, I could seriously mess this person up that's betrayed me or whatever. But at the end of the day, is that who you want to be? Like, you've got to remember there is karma in a situation. And even if you didn't start it, even if it's all on the other person, that's still your karma that you're playing with as well. So apart from that, it's just better that if something comes to an end, accept that it's come to an end and go your separate ways. Okay. Now it's also the legal paperwork card, so there may be issues around legal paperwork, but I really feel like you don't need to worry too much about that. As long as you keep your distance and remain civil, it's not like anybody's going to get sued or whatever. Okay, now the next card is the positivity card, and it's upside down. So that doesn't mean sadness. The opposite of positivity in this card is not a negative thing. What it does mean is you need to control your emotions. You need to be on top of your emotions. Look, I always say the biggest and hardest thing to deal with in life is injustice. It's not heartbreak, it's not betrayal, it's injustice, when something is not fair. Because there's so much of life that isn't fair. And it's the hardest thing to deal with, okay? But regardless of whether you're ridiculously happy, completely irate, want to stab somebody, want to stab yourself, whatever you're feeling, you need to balance those emotions out so that you calm yourself down. That's just for your mental health, for starters, but also it's so you don't make any more mistakes, okay? You need a good couple of months here to get over what's going on, and you need to recharge your energy, and you need to take time to process and clear your mind so you can make the right choices for you moving forward. Okay, last card here is the travel card. So this is, look, if you need to get away for a couple of days or a week, go for it. Okay, if you can afford it and you've got the time and the ability to, right now is a time to go away and clear your head. Just take some time for yourself. This is also movement. It is also a good sign of saying to you that this isn't going to be permanent. This isn't going to be forever what you're going through. You're going to move forward away from it, and you're going to get over it. And it's actually saying pretty quickly too. Okay, so it might be a couple of weeks, but it is a good time right now to stop. Everything, I feel like everything in your being is go, 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 go right now. But there is the universe is saying that you need to stop and really look at the big picture here, process what's going on, and realize that, every cloud has a silver lining. There may be a really positive thing that's going to be an outcome of what you're going through. It's just a matter of perspective. It's a matter of processing and seeing it for yourself. Okay, guys, I really hope that helped. If you want a full reading, I do 30-minute and 60-minute phone readings via the internet. I have an international client base, so I work outside the normal hours. I'm live on TikTok Sunday at 7 p.m. every week, and I will be going intermittently. So if you want a reading, feel free to contact me. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck getting through what's going on, and I'll see you next week. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again on a Sunday night for your free triple deck reading. Okay, so if you chose Midday, the sun, brightness, it's a very masculine energy, this is your reading. Now, your overall card this week is the young woman. It's breaking free, okay? So it's really the weight of the world lifting off your shoulders. So this is a really great card just in general. A lot of times it can be that, you know, you come into some money or something that you've been wanting, you're paying off a bill, or you're finally getting, you know, sometimes it can be a tangible thing that takes the weight of the world off our shoulders. And other times it's just we decide to let something go. Stop worrying about this and stop worrying about that, especially the things that we worry about that we cannot change. Sometimes when you do process and let that stuff go and just accept that for the moment things are the way they are, you get that freedom, you get that lift off your shoulders. So if there isn't something that's come along that's worked out possibly the best possible way, maybe it's an internal thing that you need to work on at the moment. Okay, so look, the next card out is the love and romance card. It is upside down. So I feel like that this is kind of like look, I'll be honest, I'm getting two things here. First, it's not the time to be working on a loving relationship with somebody else, and it's not the time to be searching for love at the moment, because there is a lack of love for yourself at the moment. Okay, it feels like you're not happy with yourself, you're not proud of yourself, what do I have to offer, or, you know, I'm a really angry person right now and I do feel like that there is some sort of inner healing that you need to do. Okay, I don't think there's actually a problem there. It's just we all go through phases where we judge ourselves, or you know, a circumstance happens where we're like, oh, I really don't like the fact that I said that, or I did that, or I regret it. We all do that. Okay, so right now it's a kind of like work on yourself. I feel like a little bit of forgiveness is needed within yourself before you start returning that energy outwards. So again, you know, I'm very much about energy. There's only so much energy that you have per day that you can give other people. You need to keep energy for yourself, and a lot of us give all of our energy away and have nothing left for ourselves. Right now you need to bring that in, and you need as much energy as you can get. Now look, I've got the illusion and the deceit card here, and it's upside down. So it's saying, look, I don't want to get into the illusion part. I'm actually getting into the deceit part of this card today. I'm being like, I feel like that there is no ill intent around you. So if something's happened and, you know, you've just got your hair done and somebody's like, oh wow, you need a haircut, which I actually do, and they've insulted you and you're like, oh, so embarrassed, and that's where the love and the, I don't feel like that there was any mean spirit behind that comment. I just think it was an off the cuff comment. So I'm using that obviously as a metaphor, but I do feel like that I need to say to you, regardless of what's going on around you at the moment, there's no ill intent there. You're not being victimized, not being singled out, you're not being targeted. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, the next card is the transformation card, and I feel like the transformation card being upside down is basically saying that things aren't going to change. So look, there is change there. There is change coming. You're going through change at the moment. But what I feel like that this card is saying is, look, everything's going to be okay. It's like the universe saying, look, nothing's changed. It could be that you liked going to your work and now that you've been fired, but here's another job for you and you're going to enjoy going to work there as well. So nothing's really changed. So yes, you're changing jobs, but overall you're still enjoying what you're doing. Okay, so there is, when there's a lack of transformation, sometimes it's a bad thing, but I actually feel like that this is supposed to be comforting, that, you know, the good things are going to remain the same. The bad things are what are changing. Okay, all right. So if you're coming from TikTok, we're up to the next card, which is the balance card upside down, and we continue on. Okay, so this is a feeling of being in balance. So again, it's an internal thing, but there's also an imbalance around you. There is something that I feel like, again, injustice is the key word this week. Something that's not fair, not right. It shouldn't be that way. But I don't feel like that I don't feel like that there is really anything you can do to change the fact. So what I'm getting drawn to is you're dating somebody and they've turned around and go, look, you're a great person, but I'm really not feeling it. Let's break up, right? So this balance card, it's like, it's not fair that that's happened, or, you know, it's not right, you're not feeling the same way, but there's nothing you can do. It's not like you can, even if you were to drop to your knees and beg and plead and whatever, it wouldn't change the outcome. It'd just make it worse. So it is kind of like, look, that sucks, but it is what it is, and we need to accept it and move forward. Okay. If one person rejects you, if somebody says, look, you're not really my type, fine, take that as, thank you for letting me know, so we didn't have to go through all these games for a few years until you finally cheat on me or bash me or whatever. Take it as a good thing. Well, thank you for letting me know, and now you can move on for somebody else, you know. The next card over is the Spirit Energy card, which is very positive. It is positive spirits around you, positive energy around you. It's a support network. There are people around you willing to help if you need them, if you want to speak to them. There's a lot. There is a lot of help around you, okay? But I also want to say to you that there are many choices around you. So if this is love related, there are going to be other choices for you around. If it's job related, don't just take the first job you're offered if you don't really love it. You know, there are apply for as many jobs as you can, but there are options, there are choices around you, okay? And the last card is the connection card. So this is really good. We started with the freedom of letting all this stress and worry go. That's what's coming for you. So a lot of the processing and everything that we've spoken about will result in the weight of the world lifting off your shoulders. But this connection card is also saying that you are going to start feeling reconnected to the world and the people around you. It's like you're getting your groove back. You're starting to, sorry, there's a truck. Mind you, I live in the middle of the bush, but whatevs. You are getting your groove back, you are reconnecting, you are being yourself again, okay? So this is good. This is you getting your power back. So it is a good way to start and end this reading. Okay guys, well, I'll leave it there. If you do want a full reading, I do phone readings via 30-minute and 60-minute phone readings via the internet. I do have an international client base, so I work outside the normal hours, so we can always arrange something. If you want a reading, just come through the socials. Facebook Messenger is probably the best. Just look for my logo everywhere. I'm also live every Sunday night on TikTok at 7 p.m, so feel free to come join. And I will be going live throughout the week on TikTok as well. But I am trying to get as much traffic to YouTube as possible, because YouTube's where I want to be. I've got a lot planned. So, guys, I hope that helped. I'll leave you with it, and I'll see you next week. Hi guys, Aaron Leaf Green, the Green Psychic. Thank you for joining me again for free triple deck reading on a Sunday night. This is actually my second time recording because I forgot to hit the record button, didn't I? Okay, so your overall card this week is the home card and the house card. Now this is a good energy card. This can be like resolution in the home, things changing for the better, finding a home, buying a home, selling a home, all that great stuff, whatever you're doing. But it is also a wish card, and because it's your overall card for the week, I'm being more drawn to the wish coming true. So look, again, this is a weekly or a little reading for you, so I highly doubt that anybody's about to win the lotto. It's not that kind of a wish, but it is kind of like, I feel like it's a wish that you haven't actually made that's going to come true. So you might be wishing for the lotto to win the lotto, but suddenly somebody gives you a brand new car instead. That's kind of a wish come true, but it's not exactly I'm wishing that somebody gives me a car. Hope that makes sense. But there is something good coming for you. Now the first card out is the work card. So look, I'm feeling positive about work at the moment. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs, but I feel like, as you can see on this card, there's fire and there's cloud, and like an explosion has just gone off. I feel like you're almost pulling that aside and stepping through onto the other side where it's all great and the sun's shining and everything's safe and beautiful. So this could be, the wish could be related to work, a promotion, finding that job that you want, you know, whatever it may be. It genuinely could be related to work, but I think it's two separate things where work is going to be really good this week. Look, I feel like the energy at work is clearing. If it's been really hostile lately or whatever, I just feel like, you know, the wind's blown that bad smell away. Okay, so work's going to be all right. Now, I've got the surrender card here. Now, the surrender card is like give up, let it go, move on, all of that, that sort of energy. But at the moment, what I'm being drawn to with the Surrender card for you guys is that it is time to just let something lie, just let sleeping dogs lie for the moment, okay? Because I feel like you're trapped in a situation where you can't change it and you're worrying and stressing and it's like beating your head against a brick wall. I always say when you're in a situation like that, as easy as it is to say, it takes practice, but you need to put your energy elsewhere. You need to be doing something else. You need to just surrender to the fact that this situation right now is what it is. So instead of wasting your energy and being surrounded by that helplessness and all that anger and that negativity, simply don't. Just be like, look, I can't change this right now, so I'm going to go do this. And you have to actively surrender to the fact that you can't change what's going on at the moment and move on to something else, okay? Now, the next card over is the Springtime card, and it's upside down. So it is saying that there is more work, that not so much work is needed, which is what this card normally speaks to, but there is more work to come. So look, whatever this may be, whether it is actually work related, like your employment, where you feel like you're hitting a brick wall, or it's just something that's happening to you in general, you know, maybe you're having troubles with your partner, or there's issue, whatever the issue is that you can't change at the moment, this is saying that you are going to be able to there is going to be a change that comes, not from you, but there is going to be a change that happens that allows you to move forward, move past this and move on to something better, okay? So this could actually be where the wish comes true, where the wish comes through. You might get a helping hand to help you through this situation. But it is saying that just because you're letting it go for now doesn't mean to give up, doesn't mean that it's the end. There is more work there to be done, okay? Now, the next card is the Conflict card. If you're coming from TikTok, this is where your reading continues for the night, if you chose the night spread. The Conflict card here. So, yeah, there is a bit of conflict. There is a bit of... I'm not saying that this is going to be a full-out fight. Definitely nothing physical, nothing like that, but there is a lot of tension. There's a bit of anger, frustration, hurt, pain, all of that is around. But I feel like right now I need to say to you that this conflict, it's not a warning. Normally conflict comes up as a warning that there is going to be a fight. This is not so much a warning. This is like you need to fight for what you believe in. You need to fight for what's right. You need to fight for yourself. So hypothetically, you're stuck in a job and you know, it's crap, there's nothing you can do to move on, and then your boss comes out of nowhere and goes, oh look, I've got I'm creating a new role, it's a promotion, if you want to go for the job, go for it, and you and somebody else go for it, okay? There will be conflict there because you're competing, even if it's a good friend of yours, and this is saying that you need to fight, you need to step up and go, well, this is why I should have this job, and you need to fight for what you want. That's not saying that you need to put the other person down or hurt the other person. No, but you do need to step up. Don't just sit back and go, oh, well, they really want it. I'm just going to, like, hope that I get it. No, you need to fight for it, okay? Because sometimes it's true that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So you need to fight for it. Now, the next card is the younger man going with the flow, okay? Straight away when I said that, I feel like that there is a younger person around you, possibly male or a very masculine female, but I feel like this person is younger than you, and I feel like there's a bit of you can't rely on them, don't listen to them. So it could be your kids saying, oh no mum, don't go for it, nah dad, you know, that's stupid, you keep the don't listen. They're not thinking right, and it's bad influence. If you need to talk to somebody, speak to somebody in the know, friend or a family member that isn't a child that's younger than you. I'm just getting that. But this card actually is just go with the flow. So I don't actually feel the need to get other people's input in what you're going through or advice or anything like that. You just need to sit pretty and just go with the flow, because again, there's nothing you can do and it will open up. But right now, going with the flow with this card isn't just sitting back, okay, I'm going to put my energy somewhere else. It's also chilling out and gathering your energy back, because I feel like you're going to need it, okay? Now, the last card here, and I mean that in a good way, you're going to need that energy. The last card here is the Older Man card. So this is actually a good card. This is somebody that has hit rock bottom, crawled out of that hole that you see on the card. They've learnt from their mistakes and they're charging on into life because it's like, that's it, I'm never going to make the same mistake again, I'm never going to hit rock bottom, I've learnt my lessons, I know what red flags are, I know what I need to be doing now, and you're charging full on into life. This is confidence, this is power, this is success, this card. So it is a really good card for you to end on. So you've got a wish come true here, and you've got this power card. It's going to be a good time, but there are going to be points in there where you feel like giving up. When you feel that way, if there's nothing you can do to change the situation, then give up for now. Doesn't mean you have to write the whole project off or whatever you're doing off completely, but sometimes you have to give up for now. I don't know why I'm so pulling this out so strongly this week, but it is what it is. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. I'll leave it there. If you do want a full reading, I do 30-minute and 60-minute phone readings via the internet. I do have an international client base, so I do work outside the normal hours. If you want to get in contact with me, feel free through the socials. I recommend Facebook Messenger, probably the easiest. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that stuff. And I do go live 7 p.m. on a Sunday night every week, and I'm going to start going live during the weeks randomly as well. So if you're around, good-o. Otherwise, I hope that helped, and until next week, blessed be.